What's going on, guys? Fluff here, and I thought I would show you something that I thought was innovative and very, very useful. Now, today we're going to talk about jamming and jamming along to backing tracks. Now, for the longest time, what us guitarists and musicians in general would do is find a website and they would have some terrible quality backing track, and it may or may not have the part that they were looking to jam over or solo over, or looking for songs without the vocal if you're wanting to lay down the vocal, or if you're a guitarist, maybe without the solo because you want to practice it yourself, so on and so forth. This was always kind of a frustration myself growing up, and even recently when I want to jam to something. If I want to jam to an actual song that I am familiar with and know, you don't really have a lot of options besides just bringing up the song on Spotify and just jamming along to it. So with that in mind, I wanted to tell you guys about Jamzone. Now, Jamzone is an entire audio library for not just guitarists, but musicians in general. They have popular songs. They have meticulously recreated songs, and you can select a song, and basically what you're looking at is a multi-track session, and you can use the faders to mute or turn down various components of the given song. So if you're a vocalist, you can turn down the vocals. If you're a drummer, you can just turn off the drums and still jam along to what is essentially the proper studio recording. This is really, really cool. Now here is the interface. This is what comes up when you bring up Jamzone. Now this is an app that you can download for free, and you basically buy tokens, and with your tokens you can then purchase songs to have in your library. It's a sliding scale, but basically every song takes one token. A token, if you buy 20 of them, averages out to be about $2 a piece. So it's a really good deal considering what you can do. Now, this is just the Explore page that brings up various tracks. Obviously, this is a playlists, what's popular, what's new, so on and so forth. I can go up to my right-hand panel and I can click on my tracks I've already purchased. I can go to my profile, and I can go to a search function. Now, I like the search function a lot because I was able to actually find a favorite song of mine from when I was a kid, because I grew up in the 80s, I'm old. I was able to find Tears for Fears. That's right. I'm gonna search Tears for Fears, and I'm gonna jam along to Shout, because this is a great epic song and a huge hit in the 80s. Now, I can go to the song and I can basically preview of it, and there's gonna be a short section of the given song, and in this case, it's chorus 5 and chorus 6. Now, when you're in the song, notice there's two main lanes here. This is what's it's playing from top to bottom, so you know what the chord is coming up next. You can also break it down by section. Notice up here, I have the instrumental part, I have chorus 4, verse 3, so on and so forth. So I can really dial in a specific section if I want to. If this was like a long orchestral arrangement, this would be very, very handy. Now, down here in the fader mixer section, notice I have all of the instruments in this song labeled properly, and I can mute them or I can solo them, and I'll show you that in just a minute. The most interesting part about Jamzone is this. By default, it's at whatever this actual song tempo and key was. But if you're tuned down, or you want to learn it because your cover band is playing all a half step down or something like that, you can actually change the key and you can change the tempo of the song to jam to whatever tuning you are in. And you can do this for all the songs on Jamzone. I thought this part was brilliant. Now I'm actually gonna buy the song. I'm gonna go over to my cart, and it's 1 credit. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I'm gonna confirm it, and the app will now go ahead and download the multi-track session for me to use and jam along to. So for this tune, I'm going to use my Ernie Ball Armada tune down a half step to E flat standard. And yeah, I'm gonna select the chorus. I'm gonna go straight to the good stuff, all right? So you see the lyrics The chord progression are here, and I'm just gonna play it. Okay, that was fun, and that's the fun of jamming, right? You can do whatever you want. But here's what the coolest part is. I'll turn down my volume, and I'm going to go to a later chorus. So I'm just gonna drag the cursor over. I've soloed the percussion. I love that you can play with the mix of the song. That is just so awesome. I've never seen another jamming tool quite like this and with such high quality audio. I thought this was really refreshing and just really, really interesting. As you saw earlier at the top of the video, I've already bought 2 songs and I've been jamming along to just random songs I'm finding now. The last thing I wanted to tell you guys about is if you don't find something that you're looking for instance, I'm gonna search the Smashing Pumpkins, okay? Now, no actual Smashing Pumpkins songs come up, but I can see them and they're just not clickable. And if I click on it, they're working on it, all right? So I know it's coming. They're always adding more and more content. I just thought this was a really, really great learning tool, and it's just a lot of fun because that's why we do this in the first place, right? All the pickable links down below in the description. You have been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.